I genuinely don't even know how to start this vlog today. I'm so tired. You know, like when you have an adrenaline rush and then when it's over, you're just so tired? That's how I feel. And I'm so hungry. I don't even want to get up to make food. But I also don't want to get fast food because I'm trying to eat healthier. I just had the worst day ever. I don't even know if I'm going to edit this vlog. I'm probably just going to stick it up like this. I don't even know if I'm going to stick it up. Right now, Blake's in the emergency room, and I'll explain more about that in a second. But my day started all the way this morning bright and early. The first thing I did when I woke up was check my email because I was waiting for an email from somebody. And hold on, let me just take you back to the beginning. If you don't know, I have a Disney-themed podcast. It's called the Mouse Club Podcast. If you want to check it out, the link is in my description box. So I've been trying to get a guest for the podcast for Christmas I've messaged like 40 people, sent them emails, done everything I can to find a Christmas guest for the podcast, to which I've had no avail. Nobody's responded back, not a single person. So I kept thinking of like other people I could look at. And I've been emailing everybody. I've been emailing actors, voice actors. Well, they're both actors, but I've been emailing animators, script writers, composers. I've been emailing literally everybody I possibly can. So I decided one of my favorite Christmas movies is Barbie and the Nutcracker. And I don't know how I didn't think of it sooner, because even though it's a Disney themed podcast, I have glitter on my face from work. Even though it's a Disney themed podcast, like I still talk about like other like animation or like entertainment things. So I decided to look at the people who worked to make Barbie and the Nutcracker possible. One of the first people who popped up obviously was the voice of Barbie, her name is Kelly Sheridan, and she also was the voice of Starlight Glimmer in My Little Pony. She was Barbie in literally all of the Barbie movies, and I was like, wow, this would be so cool. She said yes. Obviously, like, my podcast is not huge yet, so I wasn't expecting, like, if she didn't respond or if she said that she wasn't available, obviously I would be totally fine with it. I'm totally open to rejection. I've been to hundreds of auditions in my life. I've been rejected countless times, so I wasn't worried about rejection. But I opened my email today and I got an email back from her manager. And this is exactly what the email said. This is exactly what it said. Hey Marissa, thanks for your interest in Kelly, but we're gonna pass. That was the email. And I know it's showbiz, and I know some people are blunt, but that was just unprofessional. Like, very unprofessional. There's so many other ways to say, like we're gonna have to decline, she's not available. There's so many ways that you can reject me without literally telling me we're gonna pass. So that kind of like upset me first thing in the morning. I was trying not to let it bother me because I worked all day today, and I was fine at work. I was totally fine, having a great day. And then I got that splinter. My manager had to pull it out, and it's pretty large and it hurts. So had the splinter incident. Then I'm working and I get a phone call from Blake that he's on his way to urgent care. I won't explain why because it's kind of personal. So I'll see if he wants to tell you guys later. But he's at the emergency room right now because there were no urgent cares open. Why there are no urgent cares open at 7 o'clock at night on a Saturday, I will never understand, because why? There were some a little farther away, but there were none close. And I just don't get that at all. So he went to the emergency room. He's there now. I'm freaking out, of course, because I'm like, I need to go get to him. So I'm like in a rush at work trying to get out of there. This is when my adrenaline is just like pumping. I'm like going super, super fast. I'm really anxious. I'm emotional. I'm like wanting to cry. And so I leave. And I realized that my car didn't have freaking gas, because this morning I was driving to work and it was low on gas and I was running late. So I was like, it's fine. I'll just get gas after work. No big deal. So then I'm trying to freaking get to the hospital to meet my husband, who is literally in the emergency room, and I don't have freaking gas. And so then I get to the hospital and there's no parking. You have to pay for parking at the emergency room in freaking Atlanta, because everything here costs freaking money, which I can't freaking stand. So I have to pay for parking for no freaking reason, because I can't even sit with Blake anyway or sit in the waiting room because of COVID-19. I'm not allowed to be in the emergency room with him. So I come home, take care of Nala. I get all the way here and then find out that there's something in Blake's car that his manager needs. So I have to drive all the way back to the hospital, get the keys from the reception desk. Keep in mind that I waited probably 25 minutes for these freaking keys. I go to Blake's car and his door is unlocked. He forgot to lock it. So I had sat there for 25 minutes waiting for the keys for a car that was unlocked. So then I come home. Wow, I even forgot this part. Then I come home and I'm walking Nala just to try to get her to poop so I could freaking relax for a little bit. And I slip and fall down the hill where she pees. Not in the pee, but on a hill where many other dogs have peed and pooped. So now I'm sitting here waiting for Blake to come home. He ended up being fine. Let's not talk about the hospital bill we're about to receive. And I'm just annoyed. I'm just so annoyed. Nala's snoring. I'm just so annoyed and I'm so tired and I'm about to get my periods and now I'm even more emotional and irritable. And I know that they say, like, I forget what the theory is, but that like positive attitude, like change, like what you put into the universe, like, comes back, basically. I don't remember what that theory is called. So, like, the fact that, like, things have been happening to me all day, like, because I've been saying, oh, it's a bad day, is because, like, I put negative things out there. But no, sometimes no. Yes, maybe I'm a little upset about certain things. What the heck is that on my hand? Oh, you know what it is? It's literally hand sanitizer beads. And I thought I got bit, like, by a bug or something. Yeah, maybe I was more stressed about the car and stuff. But guys, can we talk about my luck today? All I want to say is, Kelly Sheridan, I love and respect you. I still will. And I'm going to try not to let this affect me when I watch the Barbie movies. But I am upset about the way that her manager responded to me. I'm not gonna lie. I expect rejection. I expect it. I covet it. That means that I am progressing. That means that I have a podcast that is something tangible and something to be proud of that people can reject. I don't mind rejection. I've been rejected before. But the way that he said it, and today, anyway, I need to go make myself some food. So I don't know if I'm going to continue this vlog, but we'll see. I told them you went to the hospital, but I didn't say why because I said that it was private. So I said you'd have to tell them.
But this isn't private.
Well, you don't have to tell them if you don't want.
This is such a bad angle. That's better.
I think it's a funny story.
So essentially I had a UTI and we'll still have one. So I don't really know how I got it. But anyway, they had to do an ultrasound on my area down south. And it was very uncomfortable. It was very awkward.
Balls.
Yeah, my balls. But they were doing it. You know, when you take a normal ultrasound, you can hear the baby's, like, heartbeat and stuff. Well, it obviously wasn't that, but it was a sound that sounded like it. And I thought there was a child down there somehow. Because I'm like, your area doesn't breathe. She's like, oh, no, it's just blood flowing. But I thought there was a heartbeat going on. Very awkward.
I wish I'd been in the room when you got your balls ultrasounded.
It was so uncomfortable. Because at first I had my shorts on, you know, I was laying on the bed, whatever. And she goes, all right, we're going to do the ultrasound now. And at first I thought they were doing it on, like, my stomach area because they want to see if I had a kidney stone. No, she's like, all right, well.
But did they check your kidneys?
Huh?
How did they check your kidneys?
The CAT scan did that, and they didn't see anything there.
Okay.
Yeah. So ultrasound was used to see, and it happens sometimes to guys, and it's very painful. But essentially, when your testicle will wrap up or get tangled up.
And what? Tangled up in what? Itself?
Yeah, essentially, like, there's like a little cord that holds your testicles to your body. And they say sometimes those can get flipped around and it'll kind of wrap itself around that cord. So that's what they were checking to see if there was pain there, why that was happening and all that sort of stuff. And so, yeah, but we were all good, so. Blake
called me at work and said that he had extreme pain and was peeing blood.
It was so bad.
And I was freaking out. And it's a UTI.
It's not just a UTI, it's a serious UTI.
I know.
You have no sympathy for me.
I do have sympathy for you. But do you know how many UTIs I've had in my life?
Guys don't get them though, Marissa.
That's true.
We don't get them. So
I'm going to take good care of you tomorrow. Don't worry. I already made you your salmon.
I know, you've been great to me. I wish you could come in the hospital with me.
I wish I could have come to the hospital with you too.
It makes no sense at all. I mean, I guess you want to keep as many people down as possible, but like if we're all wearing masks and they ask you the same questions as they ask me, I just don't understand how it's different. If it's just like one person, you know. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. There were a lot of people in that waiting room. Were they just waiting for a room?
Mm-hmm. A lot of homeless people too.
Yeah, I saw a lot of homeless people when I was there. They liked Nala.
One
I brought
guy,
Nala
I
to the
felt
hospital.
bad.
I don't know if you know that.
Huh?
I brought Nala to the hospital.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Did you come to see me? But no, there was one guy, and I guess he's a regular there. He comes all the time. He's complaining, I guess, that his stomach was hurting, and that he was throwing up 5 times, 6 times. I felt bad for him.
Can he do that if he doesn't have health insurance?
Because he just keeps going.
Where does the bill get sent?
Him, but like if you don't pay it, just, you know.
It just affects your credit?
Yeah, essentially.
Interesting.
That's when I watched this show. I watched this show on Netflix. It was about
It's hurting my arm.
doctors in New York City and how they'll get, there was one on the emergency room, and like they'll get so many homeless people that come in and stuff because they'll try to get, you know, a night to stay and stuff like that.
That's sad.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, I almost died today too.
Dude, on the way home, there was a family of like 8 deers, and I didn't see him.
Really?
And I almost hit him. Yeah.
Do you want to hear something really disturbing I watched on TikTok?
No.
I actually, when I watched this TikTok, went like this. Because I couldn't believe it. Alright,
That's your reaction to everything.
Here's the story.
2 for $1 donuts?
Listen, here's the story.
Not really intense episode of The Mandalorian?
Shut up.
So makes the cute face?
Listen. So this woman had a baby, right? Normal thing, I guess, for some people. And everything was fine, and she went home, and I guess a couple of days later she had her first poop since she had her baby, which I guess is like a big accomplishment after you have a baby because you have like stitches down there and stuff. I don't know, I've never had a baby. So she had her first bowel movement, and she looked down there because you get like a squirt bottle and you like squirt down there because you're not supposed to like wash it because there's stitches. She like squirted it, and she looked down there, and there were like jellyfish tentacles hanging down, and she was like, what the heck? And she like tugged on one, and she said it like was like a lot of pain, you know. And so I was smelling all the salmon crumbs, and so she called her gynecologist, and the gynecologist said it was normal. So he said, or the gynecologist, whoever it was, said, don't worry about it. And so a couple days later, same thing happens, but this time, instead of just tentacles, it was a whole uterus. Her uterus had fallen out of her vagina. Her uterus had fallen out of her vagina because of something called uterine inversion, I guess, which is when your placenta doesn't come out. And so, like, you're supposed to get it out. Her uterus was outside of her body. So then, guess what the gynecologist told her? She said, tell your husband to put it back up there. So the husband shoved the uterus back in this woman's
Why can't a doctor
vag.
do that?
I don't know why this doctor told her to tell her husband to put her uterus back up there.
Sounds like this lady's capping.
Well, she's a doula now because of her experience. I don't remember her TikTok name, but this is actually something I watched on Call the Midwife. It was an episode where this young girl, she was a teenager, was pregnant, and her mom didn't want anybody to know that she was pregnant, so she pretended that she was pregnant, like the mom, because she didn't want anybody to know her teenage daughter got pregnant. And so she made the teenage daughter give birth in the house, and she was trying to tug gently on the placenta to get it to come out, and she pulled too hard, and she pulled the whole uterus out. That sounds like the most
terrible,
painful thing. And Trixie had to come in, and Trixie had to literally like, stick that thing back in there.
That's terrible, dude.
That sounds horrifying.
Dog. She's not crazy.
She is crazy, but I love her.
She's been good. You know, it sounds so good.
What?
Some chicken McNuggets.
I'm not going to McDonald's right now.
Doctor.
I am not going to
Can I have
McDonald's.
my nurse button? We should make a nurse button.
I am not going to McDonald's right now.
No, I'm just kidding. But you should make me a nurse button, and I can page you at all hours of the day and night.
You know what's really funny is that we have a
shifts.
reservation for Pond City Market, and you're not going to be able to drink any alcohol.
Oh, fuck. Yes, I will be able to.
No, you will not.
Yes, I will. The doctor said I could.
No, he did not
Yes,
say you
he
could
did.
drink alcohol.
She said it's no biggie.
You're drunk. You are not drinking alcohol at the Igloo.
That's okay. I'm glad I got to do Sippin' Santa instead of the Igloo when it comes to drinks.
Why?
Because you said a lot of the drinks were hot.
No, I never said that.
Oh.
So
It's okay.
my
Hopefully I can manage
enough
to have
about
a sip
you.
or so.
Enough. This is my splinter, and it was really painful today,
Let me see.
and it poofed up.
Let me see. How'd that even happen?
So I was putting something away. I'm not going to be too specific because of social media policy. I was putting something away in a cabinet, and my hand brushed against like the shelf because I was like putting it in, and say like the wood is right there. I was putting it in, and it like slid, and it went into my hand.
That sucks.
And it was deep because my manager tried to get it out at first, and we could only get the top piece out. So I was like, oh, it's fine. I'll just get the rest out when I get home. This was at like 12 in the afternoon, and then by like 6 o'clock it was like swollen, and I was like, I think it's infected, and so he got the rest out.
You got COVID in your splinter.
Oh my gosh, I watched another crazy TikTok today. Listen to this. This girl, okay, so her mom got, I'm sorry, I would tag these people, but I don't remember what their username was. I was just scrolling through TikTok. This girl, her mom got COVID. Listen, you can't drink alcohol when you're on antibiotics. Blake is literally looking up right now. If you can
said it's not a problem.
That's not counting antibiotics, you nimwad.
Why am I such a nimwad?
You're gonna be on antibiotics. Look at this puppy dog. She's the best puppy dog. She's the best puppy dog. Are you comfy right now? No, just lives the best life. Okay, so listen to my story. So this girl, her mom got COVID, right? So her and her sisters quarantined, even though like they work and stuff, they quarantined just to make sure that they didn't get it. And so she went to bed and she woke up this morning and her face was swollen. Like she put pictures in. It was red. She couldn't open her eyes. Swollen.
This is from what?
COVID. And so she went to the hospital. Guess what? She's allergic to COVID.
What?
She's allergic to COVID. It's called a viral rash. So I guess because when your body, she explained it like when your body is fighting a virus, it releases histamines to fight the virus. And I guess I can't remember the rest of the story.
I doubt that's true.
It is true.
They're capping on you yet again.
No, you should have seen the
I'm gonna
video.
look it up. Can you be allergic to COVID?
Look up, can you be allergic to a virus? Anyway, this vlog
Can
is
you be allergic to COVID?
a virus. Look up, can you be allergic to a virus? Just look up the TikTok.
I don't want to look up a stupid TikTok. It's not a stupid TikTok, but I just want to get the facts, bro. Respiratory virus infections can trigger exacerbations, may also contribute to allergic sensation to aerogenins and develop asthma.
Just look up the video. She explains it. Anyway, guys, if you want to look it up, look it up. I'm going to bed. I'm so tired. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.